audience, I would like to invite all of you to close your eyes for a second. Now, imagine the green grassy meadows, the blue skies, the white swirly clouds, the hopping of the squirrels, the chirping of the birds. And then imagine the bubbling of the water streams and the swoosh of the wind. And then imagine the rays of the sun. And in the center of that field of grass, I want you to imagine a glass birdcage. Now, as you approach that glass birdcage, you can't help but notice that there's a white dove inside of it. So now you approach that birdcage, and I want you to slowly pull open the door gently. Now open your eyes and tell me, what do you see? Does the bird stay in? Or does it come out and fly freely? Perhaps you were waiting for a direction from me, or were you thinking that the bird should act as it does, to fly out or fit in? Now we can relate this scenario to ourselves. The cage is our body, and the bird is you. Yourself, your emotions, your everything. And for some people, this bird comes out where you are able to express yourself freely, while in others, this bird stays in, even though we are persuaded to open up. Now, social and academic pressure has been something that is really common, especially for children. We judge and we be judged so that we compare others in a way. Why can't you be like her? Why can't you be like him? Have you heard of this phrase? Perhaps have you even said it? Now, I've heard this phrase a lot from relatives to friends to family, to even overhearing a complete stranger. And the phrase itself actually lowers down your sense of self-esteem because it gives you the feeling that you're not good enough and that you should fit into the standards that what others have that you don't. And so, now your real emotions, the emotions that you want to express as that bird, gets curbed. And now you have a turmoil of feelings that you cannot express. Now, let us read this quote. Whenever you feel compelled to put others first at the expense of yourself, you are denying your own reality and your own identity. I'm going to throw myself under the bus. I don't study 24/7. I'm not academically perfect. I sing in the shower, and you do too. Don't lie. And not only that, I talk to myself when I'm alone, or even in primary years, I've had this little friend of mine that I used to talk to every day, and he's imaginary. And even worse, I burnt a pot of boiling water. And don't ask me how, because my friends have been using that against me, and I haven't been able to come with a comeback against that information. But the point is, I have this persona that I build in certain scenarios, school, social media, public. And everyone, I'm sure that everyone does that too. And when we do this, we don't embrace who we truly are. I notice while cleaning a glass, as doing my chores, I notice that you can not only see the reflection of yourself on that glass, but also the surroundings outside. Now, if you were to be that bird inside that bird cage, and you see the glass wall surrounding you, you will see the reflection of yourself before the surroundings outside. Meaning that you should see yourself first before you see others. And that you are the body you live in and the world you live in. But as we turn into that bird inside that bird cage, and we see all the other birds flying free, we get to see the surroundings, and we don't see the reflection in the glass anymore because we are focused that other birds have something that you don't have, that they are able to fly freely. And now you get a sense of admiration that is slowly turning into envy. And that envy brings all the other negative emotions like greed and anger and sadness. And now the bird in that birdcage, it doesn't know what to feel. Now we have positive emotions. The bird has positive emotions like joy, confidence, things it wants to share with the world. But in opposite to that, it also has negative emotions. And although having these negative emotions are okay, you should be able to control them in all situations. But at the end of the day, these negative emotions will clash with the positive emotions. And now the bird is perplexed. It does not know what to feel. So how? What if we want to be a better bird? What if we want to improve ourselves? First is to self-evaluate. Although wronging others might be easier than apologizing for your mistakes. For example, I would like to invite my mom and my dad to please stand up for a second. Yay, round of applause. Everyone say hi to my parents. And in my household, my mom is always right. And my dad is always wrong. And I'm sure all of you are not uncommon with this. But at the end of the day, we should admit that we are deceiving ourselves and that we all have problems. Because when we do that, we get more comfortable with ourselves. We reflect on things what we can do and what we still can do for the better. And that being comfortable with yourself turns into gratitude, where we start appreciating who we truly are within our strengths and our weaknesses. We evaluate that we are not perfect, but it doesn't mean that we are worthless. It means that everyone has their own goods and their bads, and that everyone is special. Even according to a University of California research, they stated that gratitude, people with high sense of self-worth, makes it so that they have a higher success in school and work, better social relationships, an avoidance of antisocial personalities, and more. And so life is about growth. It's about knowing what you can do and what you still can do. And this gratitude, it allows you to see it. So as we move from gratitude, we go towards self-compassion, where we distract ourselves, we distract our emotions by doing things that we like. For example, drawing, studying, no one likes studying, drawing, reading, playing games, you know. And at the end of the day, we will evaluate yourself more. You'll love yourself more. You'll see your strengths upon others. And you will not be the one to judge the others before you judge yourself. And so, at the end of the day, we be the judge for ourselves. Be the judge for yourself. We become who we want to be, and not who others want us to be. We release our care for social pressure. less anxiety. We don't care about other things. It's all about what we want us to be, who we are. If we have some weaknesses, then we focus on improving. And we have strengths, we focus on making them better. And so, we don't look at others no more. We look at ourselves first before we look at others. So, this quote, it even says by Tim Fargo, if you want to improve your self-worth, then stop giving others the calculator. Stop giving others the time to judge you when you are the person who is supposed to judge yourself. So then, indulge me in another scenario. Close your eyes and imagine the glass birdcage from the start. And then imagine what kind of bird is in it. Perhaps it's not a dove, but a peacock, or a canary, or maybe a parrot, a toucan. Maybe someone even got a cat. And in a while, as you think of this bird, I want you to scream the name of the bird you're thinking of. In 3, 2, 1, turkey! And you see, not everyone has the same response because everyone is different, and that is the beauty of the world. You become that bird in that bird cage. You are not compelled to what others think of you. You can open the bird cage. It's your choice, not the choice of others. And so, let us read this quote together. Your value doesn't decrease based on someone's inability to see your worth. We evolve to thrive. How will you evolve? My name is Jesselyn, Nadya, Rosalia, Yuwana, and I thank you for your time.